Hi, a warm welcome to all the visitors or the readers of this web link. This is Yogesh Kumar, MBA first year, 2012-2014 batch pass out, and I pursued my MBA degree at the Veltech Arts and Science College, located on the roads of Avadi, Department of Management Studies. Now, this video will aid all the new management entrants or the employees of different organizations carrying out their career in the field of management. Either it can be under the departmental categorical variations of human resources, marketing, and so on. Now I'll explain on my final year project, which I have done under the categorical departmental streams of human resources. My project entitled A Study on Employee Perception Towards the Human Resource Practices at one of the newly budding or blossoming IT service organizations called Jimmy Cluster, located at Parvandangal, landmarked near Meenambakam Airport. Now we'll move on to the abstract of the study. The abstract of the study of my project will clearly explain the purpose and the defining motives of carrying out the final year project at Jimmy Clusters. Now we'll move on to the abstract. This study will be helpful to know the perception and satisfaction levels with these methods, and also this would be a chance for the employees to give suggestions for the improvement in these methods. The researcher analyzes the human resource practices through some of the intense techniques and methodologies. It is to be noted that all the existing HR policies of the organization are not studied and analyzed, wherein special preference or reference has been provided only to performance appraisals and training and development. The study fairly exhibits on the methodologies adopted by the organization to train and develop their employees based on requirements, and also certainly includes the rating parameters and procedures by which the employees are being rated and appraised based on the justifying performance within the stipulated time limits. Questionnaire method is used for data collection from the estimated X sample of 125 for carrying out the data analysis and interpretation. The descriptive research design is adopted as the research method, and full quota sampling is encouraged for data collection as the sample size being fairly minimal. On to the added note, this project has been carried out for the employee sake or even for the management sake, can be taken on both as well, because the project structure as such as an intensified survey has been taken to all the employees based on the human resource policies or rather the practices of the organization, and all the HR policies are not taken into consideration for the study due to time limits, and only special reference or preference has been rendered only to performance appraisals and training and development. Now let's move on to the introduction of the study. As my study fairly lies on the Department of Human Resource Development, and now let's see what HRD means or defines for. HRD is a functional or discipline focused on people who work for the company. Focus of HRD is developing superior workforce as an organization, and employees can accomplish their work goals. HRD opportunities include the following: employee training, employee career development, performance management and development, key employee identification, and organizational development. There's a prime and primitive difference between human resource management and human resource development. The main difference between these two terms is that human resource management certainly includes or indulges of certain personas administering the management or the employees of the concerned organization or rather the enterprise, wherein human resource development defines the concept that this term has a very categorical analyzation of the human resources, wherein development of these human resources will bring a dramatic impact over the behavior or rather the characters of the employees in the organization. Now let's see what performance appraisal is. As my study fairly includes these two terms, performance appraisals and training and development under the HR practices. Now let's define performance appraisal. Performance appraisal means identifying, evaluating work performance of employees to achieve organizational goals. Each organization has standards to measure performance of employees. They are means of telling a subordinate how he is doing and suggesting methods, needed changes in his behavior, attitude, skills, or job knowledge. Training and development. It is learning process involving acquisition of knowledge, sharpening of skills, concepts, rules, or changing attitudes and behaviors to enhance performance of employees. It is planned to give trainees information and skills needed for job and development in learning that goes beyond knowledge needed just for current job. Now let's see the industry profile. As my concern working for IT services, probably I'll be defining what does IT acutely mean. In a business context, the Information Technology Association of America has defined information technology as study, design, development, application, implementation, support, or management of computer-based information systems. The collection of technologies that deal specifically with processing, storing, and communicating information, including all types of computer and communication systems as well as reprographics methodologies. Why IT holds prime importance? Yeah, rather than comparing with all the departments, why such high or practical importance is rendered to information technology? We'll be moving on that. All our work-related applications are now completely automated or automized. Information technology professionals are people involved in essential management of sensitive data, exclusive computer networking, and systems engineering. The advancement of IT sector has resulted in automated of the following things: administration of entire systems, production and manipulation of sensitive information, cultural development and communication, streamlining of business processes, and timely upgrade. Basic elements of information technology. Information technology has been, moreover, primarily subclassified or differentiated into two basic elemental constituents such as software and application, and then hardware devices. Now let's move on to the company profile. That is, we'll be having a vivid and brief analyzation or discussion about Jimmy Cluster. Now first let's look on to the nature of the organization. Jimmy Cluster or JZ is a well-known, vibrant software development concern with a primary focus over programming, design, technology, and analysis, wherein making things acutely possible by containing a bunch of passionate and qualified professionals. The term programming, design, technology, and analysis describes the job task or the job functions of Jimmy Cluster also. We have also built a network of highly dedicated technical people, and that helps us find exact optimal solutions for deliberate and prolonging issues. Now the motives and specializations of Jimmy Cluster: implementing innovative ideas, delivering cost-effective solutions, being a trustworthy and fair business partner, and then maintaining quality standards. These are the prime vision, or rather the mission, of Jimmy Cluster, and maintaining these key four aspects or elements will boon up the possibility of getting in more orders from the clients also. Technologies are used by Jimmy Cluster. Now let's be there's a listing of all the technologies that the projects handled by Jimmy Cluster include, and they are iOS, Android, Windows Phone, HTML5, PHP, CSS5, jQuery, Microsoft .NET, Microsoft SQL Server, Microsoft Silverlight, and Java. Now let's look into the portfolio of Jimmy Cluster. Their work done before for their utmost clients. Now they have designed around 5 to 6 applications or websites under various domains. Now on the first one they're listing is the job portal domain, and it's called in as brightmycareer.com, and this is like a Naukri, Monster, Freshers World, and so on, wherein this will be much more helpful for the job hunters, wherein they search for a job under various departments, and depending on their salary and years of experience, they will be getting an relevant jobs of different companies, and they will be moving on with their career. Now this is web development domain, and application or website named as eSoft. Now this is a estate portal called Property Plaza, and another web design domain or an application or website called in as BKS Infotech. Now this is certainly the fifth of the application website, i.e. Innovation Engineering and Web Design domain, and they have designed another consultancy portal for this is different from job portal. This is for all the consultancy organizations in order to find the people or job hunters, and then feed them up with relevant or basic requirements, and then get profits from them. And this application is called as Guru Systems. Now let's move on to the review of literature. My major reference for carrying out the projects of various authors, eminent literary works. Now article 1 denotes approaches to training and development, and authored by Kaziye and Banahan, and this has been published in 2007, and this is taken from 3rd edition, publisher Ashok K. Ghosh, Printers Hall of India Private Limited. Now let's see the abstract of this particular review of literature. The current traditional training continuously facing the challenges in the selection of the employees, in maintaining the uncertainty related to the purpose, and in introducing new tactics for the environment of work, and by recognizing this, they advising on all the problems which reiterates the requirement for flexible approach. This is the core concept of the main topic, approaches training and development, authored by Kaziye and Banahan. Now article 2 is an performance appraisal based on, and it's titled as Employee Assessment, and written by William and Keith, and at 2001, and this is first edition of their publication, published by Satish K. Kapoor and Purya Kanjal. Now let's look on to the abstract work of this study. It is a method in which the performance of a staff member's job is evaluated. Performance appraisals, or rather PA, or rather employee assessment technique, is part of the career development process, and by this organization evaluates employees' performance. Yeah, the article 1 denotes the methods of training and development, the ways and means or various methodologies adapted by the organization to train their employees based on the particular requirements or based on the projects they do handle on. And on the go, I'll let you know there are 2 types of training and development, training. One is the on-the-job training, which happens within the organization, and off-the-job training, which happens in a particular locality, indulging of much more trainers, trainees, missionaries, and so on. Now, coming on to employee assessment or performance appraisal, the best recognized or denoted performance appraisal system is 360-degree performance appraisal, wherein the feedback of the trainers and trainees will be considered before making a vivid assessment of the employee's performance appraisal, and based on that they will be rewarded on their monetary notes or non-monetary notes. Now let's move to the objectives of the study. The basic prime motives or the purpose for me to carry out this project is laid down as 4 objectives. And my primary objective of the study is to ascertain or assess employee perception levels towards the HRD practices at Gemini cluster. There are various categorical responses includes this primary objectives and based on the performance appraisal tool and the training and development tool of Gemini cluster. Now let's move to the secondary objectives of my study. And the first one under the listings are to determine satisfaction levels of employees towards HRD practices at organization. The second one is to analyze HR policies of Gemini cluster, mainly training and development performance appraisal. And third one is to check the fair adaptability rates of employees of Gemini cluster. And the third objective and secondary objectives is that to make analyzation or on a vivid note in order to check the adaptability rates on the defined policies after the concern includes my suggestions under the revised policies in special reference to training and development and performance appraisal, and the feedback of the employees is also included under this project for the two policies, training and development and employee assessment, or rather called as performance appraisal or assessment. Now let's move on to the need of the study. My need of the study is to develop effectiveness of HR of organization, achieve and also to achieve in order to achieve organization and individual goals, and to find changes in routines and work styles of employees after policy adoption, analyze and evaluate satisfaction performance levels of employees, and the last but not the least is to retain the employees in organization for betterment of individual and organization. Now let's move the scope of the study. The first one under the listing is to improve HRD practices by learning perception of employees towards practices, focuses attention on practices such as performance and training. Third one is that helps in deriving more understanding and expectation between HR department and employees. This is to create or lay down the bridge between the gaps of the human resources department and the employees, and in order to merge them both and make a better rapport between the two. And my last scope of the study would be suggest methods to increase performance of the employees of the organization. And this will be definitely be on a beneficiary note or beneficiary betterment for the organization as well as for the employment under their careers. Now let's move to the limitations of the study. And as usual, listed by all of them, even I have made this limitation as a time factor, which is constrained to limited periods. Yeah, I've been doing this project for December 2013 to February 2014. So the time constraint or the limits made me take these two policies, performance appraisals and training and development, and not rather than reviewing on other policies or practices of HR of Gemini cluster. Now the second limitations will be stated as too difficult to access some information due to company policies. Third one is based on details provided by higher officials. Fourth limitation is data is collected through questionnaire and is limited to data collected. And the fifth limitation is that title materials and information were not up to the expectation. Now the research methodology, research type. The type of research design used is descriptive research design. Yeah, for all the management projects concerned, this is one of the vivid techniques adopted by all the students carrying out their management projects as a descriptive research design. As this explains the three predominant questions: why, when, and how the projects are carried out. So the answers to these three questions will elucidate the methods of carrying out the project, for the purpose of carrying out the project, and the beneficiary outcomes for carrying on the projects. It is typically concerned with determining the number of respondents and which something occurs or how to vary together. Now this is a descriptive elaboration of the research type descriptive research design. Now we'll move on to the sources of data. As primary data, questionnaire methods are used, and for secondary data, company records, documents, and websites have been referred. Now for sample design, it is the total number of the employees taken for sample as 125. Now sampling unit is the employees of the corporate office of Gemini cluster. Now sampling technique, the sampling design is full quota sampling and sampling tools, and this is also called as research methodology tools, and this explains the one of the most basic requirements for the concern where my project is being carried on, and this explains the methods under which the projects have been carried on, and they have been listed as a chi-square test, weighted average method, and a Spearman-Frank correlation, ANOVA table, and percentage method. These all have been included for analyzing or interpreting the data, called as data interpretation, and for elucidating preferred or expected outcomes. Now moving on to data analysis. There are totally 35 tables in my project. That is 35 number of questions in the questionnaire. But due to some of the time limits and restrictions, I'll be showing you of only two of the tables, and headed as age of the respondents and gender of the respondents. Now the tabulations has two parameters: age group and number of respondents. The age group contains 0 to 25 years, 26 to 30 years, 31 years to 35 years, and above 35 years. And the respondents are as 19, 35, 44, 27, respectively, and which sums up to 125, as you see on the screen. Now moving on to the gender of the respondents. 97 are male and 28 are female who have responded to my questionnaire. Now moving on to data interpretation. Now first we'll be looking out for percentage method. This is a table which we have seen in the data analysis, but this is a varied question. Now this will be dealing on with the marital status of the respondents, and there are 72 respondents who are married and 53 are unmarried, and on a percentage note, 58% denotes that married respondents have responded to my questionnaire, and 42 of them are unmarried, which sums up to 100. On an inference, it is indicated that from the table it is inferred that 50% of the respondents are married, and on the other note, on the other hand, 42% of the respondents are unmarried. So this is a pie chart of marital status of the respondents. Now we'll be moving on to the qualification of the respondents. This organization contains employees graduated as diploma, undergraduate, postgraduate, and others denotes MPhil, doctorate, and so on. And 13 of the respondents are diploma graduates, and 47 are undergraduates, and 35 are postgraduates, and the remaining 30 are other graduates. As I said, these include MPhil, doctorate in philosophy, and so on. And on a percentage note, 10% are diploma, 38 undergraduate, 28 postgraduate, 24 others, and which sums up to 100. And we will move on to the inference of the above table. From the table, it is inferred that 30% of the respondents are undergraduates. From the table, it is inferred that 28 of the respondents are postgraduates. From the table, it is inferred that 24% of the respondents possess other qualifications. From the table, it is inferred that 10% of the respondents are diploma graduates. So this has been listed on the basis of the higher priority percentages. and which we also called as ascending orders. Descending orders. Now this is a pictorial representation of the qualification of the respondents. Now I have chosen another pie chart to represent this. Now we'll move on to the years of experience of the respondents, and this has three parameters called the years of experience, number of respondents, and percentage. As the number of respondents and the percentage staging same or similar to all the type of the data interpretations. Only the parameters will be varying based on the tables. Now, looking on to the years of experience, the employee or a Gemini cluster employees below 2 years, 2 to 5 years, 5 to 10 years, and above 10 years. Now the number of respondents are 35, 45, 30, and 15 respectively, and the percentage on a percentage note, it's 28, 36, 24, and 12, which sums up to 100. Now this is a figurative description of years of experience of the respondents, and this is again a pie chart. Now we'll move on to the table 6, that is salary of the respondents. Now 57 respondents or the employees of on 125, the whole sum of the organization have been given below 15,000, so which is summed up on a percentage basis of 46%, and the employees who earn between 15,000 and 30,000 or 33, and between 30 and 50,000 or 28, and above 50,000 there are only 7 employees, and I hope so that they will be positioning under the top management. And the percentage note, it is below 15%, that is 46%, 15,001 to 30,000 it is 26%, 30,001 to 50,000 it is 22%, and above 50,000 it is 6%, which sums up to 100 as well. Now this is again a pictorial representation of the figure 6, salary of respondents. Now this is a 3D pie chart. Now we have come to the end of this session. So now we'll be studying I will be looking on to the findings from the study. The result of the Chi-Square test proves that there is certainly no relationship existing between the years of experience and the satisfaction levels over the on-the-job training. It is inferred that around 2/5 of the sample population stand neutral over the on-the-job training satisfaction levels. It is certainly found that the respondents of Gemini cluster may not thoroughly satisfied over the off-the-job training satisfaction levels. The Chi-Square results prove that no relationship exists between off-the-job training satisfaction levels and the years of experience of the respondents. The results of the rank correlation prove that a mere significant relationship exists between conditions to be improved during the training sessions and the skills of a trainer. It should be noticed that a significant relationship profoundly exists between the opinion and reasons of performance appraisals. It is certainly observed that around 46% of the sample population is paid under 10,000 rupees as their monthly income. Now moving on to the suggestions and recommendations. The training sessions duration should be increased and more skilled trainers should be arranged, and the number of trainers programs also should be increased. The management can adapt new methods of performance than the present tool performance evaluation sheet. They can adapt 360-degree performance appraisals. Employees should be considered for the increment in salary if their performance exceeds beyond the predetermined standards. Now we have come to the end, that is conclusion of the study. Human resource development is an important part of every organization. Through HRD, organization can help employees in adjusting and accommodating themselves to the organization's practice and market competitive environment. The present study has been undertaken with the objective of analyzing the perception of employees towards the HRD practices, namely performance appraisals and T&D, that is training and development. After the long-term study and survey about the two practices, it can be said that the practices need lot more improvements, revision and extension to all the employees of the company at each level. An effective HRD practice and its proper implementation is very much essential for regular periodical feedback and evaluation of the employees so that it can stand as an effective and much well-planned activity. Now we have come to bibliography. These refer of various authors and their literary works that have been referred for the effectiveness of my project. And first one stands as Effectiveness of Training, Diarmuid de Yote, Colette Henry, first edition 2002. Performance Appraisal Plans, Dick Grote, 1996. Methods of Performance Appraisal, Landy and Starr, 1996. Employee Assessment, William and Keith, 2001. Satori, CR, Research Methodology, Vishwa Publications, 2001. Thank you for watching this video. Hope so that you gain from my video, and this will be definitely a beneficial betterment for your career if you watch this video and understand my notes as well. Thank you.